Are we live? Yes, I think we're live, right?
I don't know. It takes a second for it to come on over here.
Yeah, it says we're live. And we're live. Let's see. Tactical FUD is here. Hey.
Of course, there goes the phone. The moment the short chat starts.
Vanessa Kitty. Trees of Blowing's here, or TAB Outdoors, or TAB Videos. Uncle John is here. All right. So we had an eclipse in the backyard today. It was awesome. So it was right in the back, and it was right there in our face. And so we wore our little glasses and watched the whole thing. I was surprised how long it took. It took a couple hours from touching and then going down. And from our view, it was from the top and it just went down. The problem was when I'm trying to videotape it, I even put sunglasses on the camera on the phone. You couldn't see what we saw. You know, it looked like a little funky Pac-Man. Let's see, we got Warsaw Patriot. Jag One is here, and Andre D'Angelo is here. So the eclipse is pretty cool. So
yeah, we didn't see much over here in New York. It was raining all day.
Yeah, it was a pathway from Washington State down to Texas. That's where the best viewing was. But it was dead on Ring of Fire, and yeah, I got really crappy video footage, and I was going to do a skit and everything, but it's garbage. Anyway, that was our interesting day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to lower my microphone a little level. How can it be that loud? It's only on a 5 now. Wow. Okay. It picks up that good, I guess.
You sound good. I probably sound terrible, so I don't know.
You're fine. You said I was a little loud, so I went to look at where the level was set. Out of 100, it set at 5.
No, you're good. You're nice and clear. So what else? Let's see. A couple days ago, I took all the hoses down and put those little insulator cups on them, and now it's in the 70s for like 10 days. So I'm gonna have to put the hoses back on. So much for winter. So it'll be nice for a while. Maybe I can tumble brass. I put that off. It's better than using a frozen hose at the garage. So yeah. Hope everyone in the side chat's doing good. So Andy got to the range.
Yeah, Jag wants to know why I called myself the Squid Master. Go see my video from Friday.
Factory ammo. 3 times, right?
3 times.
And then you quit. You could add more.
Well, I did. I went home. I took them apart.
Yeah.
I took the remaining ones apart. There were 3 more in there.
Yeah.
So I sent pictures, an email off to Winchester with pictures and everything. So not that it'll do anything, but.
Yeah, let me know if they respond, because I had a box of 44 mag, and one of them was loaded upside down. So the base of the bullet was stick that. It looked like a wide cutter. It was loaded upside down. And this was years ago. Now, I think the quality control is really crap.
Yeah, it just got to the point where I just felt embarrassed even going over to the range booth to get the pole again.
Yeah, I know.
Because the first thing out of his mouth, he says, "That's what you get for reloading." He said, "They have reloads. That's store-bought."
Yeah, that's the thing. They blame it on reloaders. No, that's crappy reloaders. Factory, you can't trust. People think they can trust factory. You cannot trust factory whatsoever.
I honestly, I have not bought factory ammunition, and I can't tell you how many years. Okay. I mean, I still have a box of 3006 that I bought back in 1979. That's how much I've shot the originals.
Well, I buy factory hollow points for self-defense, but that's about it. And that's just because, just in case there's an issue, which there shouldn't be around here, but still.
I couldn't believe it. Anyway, that's over and past. But the Dan Wesson with the Romeo 5 on it, my astigma on that one, the star was a lot less than the cheap $29 one.
Star.
When you look at the red dot, you get, if you have an astigmatism, you get a.
Yeah.
And with the this one, the star was very small.
Yeah, and outdoors is better than indoors, but.
Well, I am shooting outdoors, but it's under a canopy.
Oh, well, it should look good out there.
It did. It looked real good.
Oh, one guy's here. Yeah, luckily I don't have astigmatism, so I love red dots.
This is pretty good. But now that I've decided on which one, now I have to talk to my eye specialist and see what he can do, because they supposedly can take that out with a lens.
Huh.
So I want to see if I don't have to buy new glasses, just make like a clip-on lens that goes over the outside of my glasses.
Yep.
So I can just put it on when I go to use the red dot.
Yep, that would be nice.
We'll see. And
yeah, I feel bad for people that have stigmatisms because red dots are so fast and so good,
Oh, I had no problem. I had no problem with the other one. Once I started using the first one, you can differentiate from where the actual dot is in the star. It wasn't hard to do. Okay. After a few shots, my eye picked it right up. The star was still there, but there was a darker spot, and that's the actual red dot. It worked well. My astigma is not too bad, but it's there.
Wow, Vanessa's all ready for Thanksgiving. Old one guy is here. Hey, old one guy. Yeah, you should see a perfect round circle. So if you can get a lens that he can slap on your glasses, man, that'd be awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, or improve, or what I have to do maybe is I have to bring the red dot with me, and I have to look at that through his machine and see when the dot goes away.
Yeah.
Because then he'll have the prescription for that. I can see me going down there with my Dan Wesson holding it out while he adjusts the machine.
No, that wouldn't work.
I don't think so.
I just got a text. Idaho Rogers looks like he's got a new lever gun. All right. Yeah, what else is going on here? Yeah, so factory ammo, I've had different kinds that were either recalled or loaded weird. Yeah, so you can't totally trust factory ammo. Now you're more expensive. Well, for one, okay, you were shooting 9 Winchester. How on earth do they not have a laser or something that checks to make sure there's powder in there?
I don't know.
And something must have happened to their, because you go down the line with it and they have quality control. And you'd think that computerized weighing everything, with the shell and everything, just to make sure something's in there. I don't know. It's really hard to do if you have a tray and you can see all 50 and look at them. It's really hard to get a squib that way.
I only load like 20 or 20, powder up like 20 or 25, every other hole on the loading block type thing. And you see it. Any discrepancy shows up a lot better. So I do 25 and put them aside and do another 25. Then I go over to the press and load 50. That's all.
Yeah, if I'm using the Dylan, I look at that mirror and all I'm looking at is powder. Every pull, I'm looking at the next one, powder, powder, powder. That's all I'm looking at is powder.
Yeah, well, I have on my Pro 2000. Some people call it the 4000. It's 4 station, and I had drilled a hole in the top head, and I have one of those earwax cameras.
Oh,
It's almost like a borescope, okay? And I have it stuck
yeah,
down in the hole right above the case. And I got my little computer over there, my laptop. So I
yeah,
go click, and you can see it's got powder. So
yeah. The little cameras are getting so cheap. I thought about trying that, and then you could just look at your phone right next to it.
yeah,
But then I found the mirror is just less things, less battery. Oh, this is.
yeah.
Hey, mirrors are pretty good.
But but I decided, to a while ago, I don't know, beginning of this year when I was reloading, I said, you know what, really can't trust the powder drops. I just don't trust them because I'm getting too big of a fluctuation with small weights of powder. Even tight group, I'm getting trying to get 3.8. I got 3.6 to 4.0. It's not good.
Wow.
But I'll tell you what though, I've been working up. I worked up a lot of different powders for the 357. For 38, I played with 5 different powders, and the one that worked the best is the unknown, the Winchester WSH. I got the most accuracy out of one. I found when I found the node, and it was unbelievable. How I forget the number. I haven't put them into my book yet, but I have labels on the case on the side of the box. I have those plastic trays with the covers. So I just labeled the side with blue tape and wrote the powder charges. The one that was the best, I circled. I just have to transfer them to my book. But I'll tell you what, man, it was that thing was shooting lights out. I was very, very happy with that red dot. Not that the other one didn't work for me. I didn't play with the ladder test with it. I just loaded some stuff and went out and played with it.
Okay, Tin Man, we're only going to be on 2 hours, so you have an hour. Kind of. All right, Tin Man is here. He's got work and kids and all that, so it's tough. Everyone else is watching football. Bucket of excuses. Anyway, Miss Kitty has she sees a starburst with a red dot. And you know what the company should do is offer a lens. They should figure out in these modern times a lens you can just pop on there, on the outside, just like a cap cover, and boom, takes care of your problem. I don't know if
the stigma can be, it depends. It can be in different places of your pupils. So it depends on what's being affected. So the angles change.
Yeah. Okay, Idaho, we're a short chat. I just saw your rifle. But we're during a chat. Yeah. So nice short one too. Let's see. So it's too bad for those that have stigmatisms, or they can come out with a different type.
Well, they say if you use a green dot, it's nowhere as near as it's much better. But I don't know if I'd like the green.
Okay, William Gainley is here, and Rollis is here, and Idaho Rogers. All right. Tried an old. Okay, that's interesting.
Scope works great for.
Yeah. Since I don't have one, I can tell when the scope is with the red dot is crap on the cheap ones. There's a couple cheap ones I've tried that no matter what you do, you got a starburst, and that's their problem. It's not me because I use all kinds of brands.
I got to try somebody said last night I was listening to them. They were talking about the red dots, and somebody said, turn on your red dot and get your cell phone camera on it. Okay. Don't, just take a picture of it with the dot on and then look at the video, look at the picture. If there's no blur, it's not the dot, it's your eye.
Yeah. So
that's all right. I bought the $29 one, figuring I wasn't going to like it to start with. And then I wound up liking it, but it was a cheap one. And I said, I got to go somewhere else with it. That's all. And I forget who said it about put the scope thing. This is on a pistol. This isn't on a rifle. So it's, it has to, and it's a heavy gun to start with. So I don't want to add too much more weight to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm happy with that purchase. In the way it is shot. Now I got another issue now. I thought I fixed. I had to replace my handspring. I guess it was not the hand, but the handspring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm still not turning the chamber every time.
So it's not time. It's not holding time. And that's the Dan Wesson. So yeah, you're gonna need it. You might have to fit a hand to it. You're not carrying up.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know what. When I took it apart, the handspring originally was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I put a new one in. Now I didn't take it apart. Did this one break too? I mean,
You're gonna have to check.
So I got to open it up and look again. I'll do that.
Because when you put the new spring in, it worked fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now what's funny is, I'm trying to, it's like I'll if I close the chamber harder, close the cylinder harder, like a little more force, it seems to work better. And so I don't know. I'm like a little like, did it get dirty on me? I don't know. I gotta go. I gotta take it apart. So.
Yeah, it shouldn't be dirt unless unless it's really bad.
No, but I took the gun apart. I took every part out of it, and I got in there and cleaned it with all the little holes and stuff. I used what did I use? Pipe cleaners and everything else to get in there and clean all the little shits. And then everything moved freely as can be. So it's like, it's okay. So I don't know what the deal is. But I did buy 2 of those springs. So let's hope, it wasn't hard to get. I just have to find some, when I found them, it was like the guy, all you want, got plenty of them. It's okay.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Because that gun has been around didn't they try and revise? No.
Well, CZ was selling it up to about 2 years ago.
Oh, they brought back the 15. Okay, a modern version.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, I wonder what they were charging for those.
I have no clue. I never saw a price anywhere.
Probably Python money.
Well, any of the high-end guns, if they continued making the damn thing, like I said, I only paid like $800 for the pistol kit back in '78. It's got to be double that without even thinking about it.
Yep.
For a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. I love that gun. I just think I think my demise was it sat for a long time. It was put away nice and clean and oiled and whatnot. There was no rust or anything when I took it out after whatever amount of years it was, and it worked fine. And I went to the range with it, and I shot 15, 20 rounds, and all of a sudden it wasn't spinning. And then, so I took it apart and and I saw the spring was broke. It wasn't pushing the hand up in, or what do you want to call it? I'm not enough of a. I'm not a gunsmith, so I'm not when I opened it up and there's 2 videos on that I could find about it, and I just watched. They both were pretty much the same, and I said, all right, I just took it apart, put the new spring in, and off I went.
Yeah, I've never worked on a Dan Wesson revolver, so they're a little different than a Smith. Colt obviously is totally different, but that's one I've never been into and done stuff to. I do like finding revolvers that are kind of funky on one side from laying in a drawer for 30 years
Mm-hmm.
and hardly ever shot. They're nice to find. Let's see. Hobbies and hobos. Hobby hobos here. Fuzzy is here.
So I also I brought my Hamley with me, and first out, man. It's like first 2 shots. I was like, yeah, okay, I need some practice. It's iron sights. I can't. I'm dealing with glasses and everything else, and it's like, yeah, this ain't working out. So I shot it from a how should I call it? I have like this heavy foam that I made like a rest for my hand, not for the gun. I rest my hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because my shoulders kill me. It's hard to hold the gun up too long, and so I put it on. I started shooting that way, and finally, after about 20 rounds, I got the sight picture back in my eyes, and I started shooting good little groups, and that's the 3 groups you saw I did on the video. But then everybody was looking at it. It was like, wow, that's some gun. What nobody knew what the hell it was. It was funny. And I had one guy that was actually next to me, and he's probably a couple of years older than me, and that's all he was shooting with 22s. He had 3 different 22s.
Yeah.
A Mark II, and two different a Ruger revolver, and I think a Smith revolver in 22. And he was shooting 50 yards with this thing. He's getting 3-inch groups, but at 50 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, if you stick to one thing,
and that's like he kept looking at the gun. I was like, you want to try it? No. You are enjoying your target shooting, your guns, and you're going for accuracy. You're not just going bang, bang, bang. Okay, I said so. This is something you should sit down and try. So,
yeah, he didn't try it, or did he?
Yeah. So when we went live, I handed it over to him, and he had match ammo. Okay, and he set it up at 50 feet for that one, and he came back with a group you covered with probably, I would say, a 1-inch group.
There you go.
And he was quite happy. He said, "Wow, he says the trigger on that thing is unbelievable. He couldn't believe it."
Yes, they are, and hopefully it fit his hand well enough.
He had smaller hands, so he could hold on to it easy.
Yeah.
If you have bigger hands, it would be a problem because it's the rest for the back of your hand it wouldn't be able to get his hand in there.
They're mostly fitted for people's hands.
Yeah, but I mean,
let's see. Edward is here. Booze and Bullets, and Edward is here. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so it was a good day at the range with the pistols. It was a good day at the range with the 300 Blackout. The 9mm Ruger, not so much. Now you mentioned UJ to try 147 grain.
Yeah.
The test was done by Ruger with 115 grain.
Wow, and they're shooting good.
One hole, 10 shots. But again, it's locked in a vise.
Yeah, I just know the carbines they like them all, but 147 for some reason, going slow, you can get good groups with them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, up to the point where I started having a problem. At 50 yards, I was getting 1.5 inches or less groups. So I can't, so I don't know what changed.
Yeah, it wasn't that terrible. You're shooting at 50 yards, and
I was
you
getting
know,
an inch and a half group. I was having very happy with that gun. So something
yeah,
changed, and that's why I tried to buy the store ammo, and it shot everywhere, and then the squibs were killing me.
yeah, huh? And how many rounds you got through it
Well, since it's back, or since I own it,
total? Same barrel,
probably since I own it, 12 to 13,000 at least.
mostly zinc.
No, in the beginning it was strictly lead.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it was strictly lead. Okay, uh, but the zinc shot perfectly too. Then it's like you said, one day it just went from a great group to all over the place.
Huh.
I mean, it doesn't
Hmm.
go that bad. Like it would. You know what I mean? It from one day to the next day, it shouldn't go. I mean, you'll start seeing it the group open, but this was one from a tight group to a wide open group. It was like, wait a minute, I can't believe that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's far at 25 yards, it's shooting good. Okay, at 50 yards, it's opened up. So I gotta play with my loads again. That's all. I have to work the load.
Yep.
But I'm gonna get away. I'm not so sure I'm gonna shoot. I'm not so sure which bullet I want to shoot. Uh, I have like flat nose 125, 124s, and I have round nose 124s. And no matter what I shot, I got the same groups in the past. Okay, and they were both loaded the same powder charge. So there was I couldn't do no wrong. It didn't matter what powder charge I really put in there unless I was too heavy or too light. I was in that middle range of powder. Uh,
Mhm.
they both shot the same. So did the zinc. Everything shot in the same place.
Hmm.
But I know it's not the zinc. So
No, I've had a few guns that all of a sudden they not shooting worth crap, and it's like, what the hell's going on? It was either leading or torquing or
well,
torquing the stock. Uh, and it's
I mean, I got it back from them. They said when they got it in, they checked the first thing they do is check the stock to the barrel and everything. They checked all those screws. They said they were all good. Okay, there was no crack, nothing in the stock. There was nothing broken in the mounting tabs and stuff off the gun. The screws weren't stripped. It was nothing, none of the above. Okay, the only thing they changed in there was the main thing was they changed the inners of the firing system. A whole new bolt and all the springs and all the things that's all brand new. That was changed.
wow.
Okay. They said they don't understand because the serial number, the date of manufacture was 2018 and I had like 2016 inners. So they brought that up to date. And the barrel nut, he said there really wasn't anything really wrong that they could see, but they changed that in the washer anyway. So they did it
Oh,
anyway. And,
that was good that they did all that.
they did everything. Okay. They checked the crown. They did everything. And then you saw the test firing at 50 yards, according to them.
Yeah.
One hole, 10 rounds, one hole.
Yeah, and the guy that was doing it was a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's frustrating. It's like anything else, I guess.
Well, like I said, could it be me? Am I shaking too much and not really noticing it? I mean, that's a hell of a big shake. I don't shake like that with my 30-06, and it's a much heavier gun. Okay, my 300 blackout bolt and my 223 bolt, I'm shooting tight groups, so I'm back to the gun. And if the gun's okay, then it's got to be my ammo. What else can it be?
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Fuzzy's saying lots of people panicking. Yeah, well, they're grasshoppers. They're not ants. So they panic at every little whim. Yeah. So I don't know. And I just want primers back. Cheap.
I don't.
Back. I just want them cheap. I'm still too cheap to buy them at the prices they want, even if it's $60, unless I have to. I'm not buying a brick for 60.
It's the best deal I've been getting is $69.99, so $70, free freight, free hazmat. So that kind of makes it go down below 60. So you got to weigh in those factors when you buy it. But I got more than I need, so I'm not worried about it.
Yep, I'll weigh it out. I'm sure there's a lot of 5.56 going out the door.
Well, yeah, that was announced. Who was it? Is it Winchester? Not Winchester. Is it Winchester that owns the LC, is contracted to run the LC? One, I forget who it is. Somebody's contracted to run the LC bullet manufacturing plant, and they were just hired to supply all the military. So they announced they're no longer producing commercial grade ammo.
Well, you can buy on PSA right now cases of 855 or green tip, and that's Winchester's version of it, the civilian version.
They're not going to produce it. They're saying they're not going to. They cut production to supply for the war. So what's out there is it.
Yeah, there's still cases on sale of the green tip, but
but you're going to get Standard, Wolf, and all those people. You're going to be getting their stuff out there anyway. So it's but it's going to drive the price back up. They were starting to come down. Now it's going to go up again.
Yeah, well, for people that don't know, you have you'll see on cases, like I have a case of not Winchester, the LC, and it'll say for not for military use. And the reason is they sell that to the civilians. Not that it's bad loads, but you have like a bunch of inspections it has to go through, and it could be the green paint on the tips aren't right. It can be kinds of stupid.
Well, but they're also producing 5.56, not 2.23.
Yeah, that's
the military's using the 5.56 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I don't think of it anything chambered in just 2.23. I used to have many 14s that way, but everything's 5.56 with me.
Yeah, well, that's my two ARs are that way, and my bolt. So, but I'm just saying in general that that's what they're switching full production to that. So the other lines have been converted already. So.
Okay, so it's the civilian that's temporarily stopped. Well, they can't, like I said, they can't stop it because if it doesn't pass all the inspections, it goes to civilians. So they're going to have surplus of that anyway because the paint's wrong or something's not right. There's a million things they test in military ammo. So we're still going to have civilians somewhere because they have overruns. They can't just throw it away. They got to sell it, or at least pull the bullets. Yeah. And so
again, I'm not worried about it because I load my own. It don't matter anymore.
Yep. I don't load 5.56. I should, but it's not a good cast bullet loading.
No, but you can buy.
I know.
55 grain stuff, man. I have so much of it downstairs. It's out of. I was buying it so cheap.
Yeah.
Score. What's the other guy? Bob's Bullets.
Berries.
Berries. Berries is not a full metal jacket though.
I know.
But the others are, and I don't want to even say how many I have. So I won't even say how many I have loaded.
Yeah, my son talked to me about loading 5.56 2.23, and I was like, if I don't cast for it, I really don't want it. But the 5.7 we buy bullets for, but they're lighter, 35, 40 grains, 2.23 bullets. I don't know. It'd be fun, I guess.
Well, I mean, if it's just that you're doing full loads, and if you're shooting a lot of it, it's the amount of powder you use is where your cost factor is more than anything else.
Yeah, 6-shooter Texans here. He says Bob's are good.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's your uncle. That's a British phrase, by the way. Yeah. So we'll see. Whenever there's a war or a political thing, there's a scare. So you should have a bunch of stuff already. It's just the primers that are the issue because everyone gobbled everything up. And so they're going to want more money, unless there's a ton of them out there. But I think that'll change. There's other companies making primers now, and it'll come down.
Yeah, I mean, you got enough companies importing stuff, so it's primers can be had. It's just if you want to pay the price, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, there's tell you what, you don't corner a badger, and the Israelis are going off on. They're tearing stuff apart right now. So you don't corner a badger, and that's what you get. So they're kicking ass right now. It's the other countries we got to worry about, though.
If they would have, when they hit Israel, if they would have just went after political targetry, government stuff, is one thing, but they went after civilians. That's where Israel says that ain't happening.
That's right, and we do the same thing if it happened to us. So,
yeah,
and there's Americans over there that are captured or dead. So
yeah.
But they know we got a lame duck and they can get away with Moida. So we got a lame duck. And we got to wait that out a little bit. I hope things change. Jim Jordan might be speaker. Hopefully.
I think he's in.
Well, he's nominated or whatever, but we still have rhinos. It's pathetic. We need to close the border right now. I'm sure we got Hamas in the U.S. running amok.
We know. They know that they're here.
Yeah.
There was a thing on one of the gun channels where they showed what the FBI has listed that they know of that are definitely only caught ones they caught.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last year here, they caught 200 of them. Known terrorists. And how many got through?
And if you watch what they're letting in, opening the fence and saying, okay, 10 at a time, they're all men of that age. Okay?
Yeah.
They're all men of that age. You see women and babies and everything waiting in a big, huge group in the background. And they're letting 10 at a time, men. Yeah. So I saw a video. It was really interesting. I guess there's an island somewhere on the border that's not really Mexico and not really the U.S. and they don't know for sure who owns it. And there's a few shacks out there, and the cartel have been going back and forth, doing the drugs and the slaves and all that stuff. And they've been going back and forth. So they started taking the brush away from this island so they can see what's going on, and they're starting to look into that. But again, we got a lame duck right now, so we need Jim Jordan to say, "Boom, we got to close that border. Come on, people." Broke Loader is here.
How do I play a video and then you put it up?
Chessboard is here. He saw is here. Hey guys. You mean on here?
Yeah, if I have a video that I can play, how do you get this? How do I give it that you can click on it and put it on?
You mean run it live here?
Yeah.
Or put a link in. Oh, okay.
No, run it live.
I haven't done it, so I don't know. I just use it for chess, but I think You have a separate window, like when you logged in. I think there's a
Where the hell is it now?
yeah. I'm looking for it.
Oh, okay. I found the video, but I don't know how to. Oh, wait a minute. I put it on. Hold on. The preset. Is this it? Video file. Okay. The video will use a unique kind. Your browser doesn't. Baloney.
Yeah, you're looking under present.
Yeah.
Your file might be too big.
I'm trying a different one. Oh, I got it.
Squidmaster, yep.
No, but how do I
add it to the stage.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. How do I get this? There it goes.
I've seen that.
I downloaded it. I had to crop the screen and do it. Okay, remove from studio. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, what I like is he looks over and says, "Do you think Biden can do that?" There's a few videos where Trump. I think it's from the same.
This one I saw for the first time today. So, and I couldn't get to it. It's on Rumble, but it's private. You can't get to it. So I went back to where I got it off of what was I on? MeWe is where it was, and I enlarged the screen to full screen and used my video copy program and to copy the screen, and then I edited to take out the crap in the beginning and the end. Yeah. And then I made it and I started posting it everywhere.
Yeah. Did I mention chessboards here?
Yes.
So yeah, there's quite a few with Trump. One is the footballs. He's signing footballs and throwing them, and then it hits Biden in the head.
Yeah.
But that particular course, I think there's these guys that heckle you whenever you play in this pro-am tournament, and they sit there and heckle you and insult the crap out of you while you're trying to swing and hit the island green. Mm-hmm. And they were just ripping Trump for all kinds of stuff, and it was funny. And he turns around and he took it really well. But yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
I just thought it was cool because most of the time you just see him hit the ball and then it hits him. This one showed the red, like somebody shot a rocket.
Yeah. I like when he was talking about the stairs. He goes, "How tough is it to know where to exit after a speech?"
Yeah.
He came in one way, and so he turns around and he's looking at the wall. Everyone's laughing their ass off. Oh, it's hilarious. There's a big difference mentally between the two. We know this. The guy can hardly even. It's embarrassing.
But what hurts is he had a speech when he was talking about when this started with Israel. He had a speech that went on for like 5 or 6 minutes where he didn't stumble at all.
I know, they pumped him up on something.
Yeah, they had to.
I think they're injecting him like they did Adolf.
Yeah. I mean, I was like
sitting there. I think they're giving him puppy uppers, so he's, I'm sure
they have to be doing something.
I would love to see his blood test. I'm sure he's got all kinds of stuff in him just to function. Anyway. It's embarrassing though when he's talking about Israel and stuff. It's like you're just like, please, it's better if you don't say anything and just it's embarrassing. How about I'm sorry for unfreezing $60 billion for Iran that's funding this whole thing, and I'm sorry about all the weapons we left in Afghanistan that they're now found with down there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, how about that? Start with that. All right. Anyway. It could get ugly. The problem is the people in Palestine are all going to be at that south border, and no one's going to let them in. You know, so they help them, but they hate them at the same time. So their own people, their own religion and everything. It's a cluster.
Well, they did. They did warn them. They gave them a warning to get out.
They gave them 24 hours, and it's 10-mile hike, 10-mile walk, but it's very doable. Even here's the other thing I don't get. They have trucks and stuff carting people out. You see a lot of men on them. They can walk. What about the women and children you care about so much? You're making old ladies walk 10 miles, and anyone with a vehicle can give them rides, and they are they're a different type of people, I'll tell you that. So we'll probably get booted for this one. Whatever. I watched these really good videos. There's no BS. There's no reporters, and all it shows is strategically what's going on every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I should post that because there's two of them, and it just shows the map, and it shows which side. It's like what's the board game Risk. It's just like, and it talks about what they did, what they're doing. And it's always updated within one afternoon. You know exactly what happened that night.
I can't believe you brought up that board game Risk.
Yeah.
Most people have no clue about that game.
Yeah, Risk. Yeah.
I used to play that with a couple of people when it came out.
Yeah, we used to play Risk all the time. Take over the world. Start from day one. And Monopoly was always like the top. Monopoly, same thing, but no wars. Yeah, unless you have Hotel Wars and Monopoly. Let's see. I read this afternoon. Egypt was not going to. Yeah, Egypt's not letting them in, but yet they're sympathizers. Egypt hates Israel, but they're not letting, these people are stuck in a bind. But it has to be done because you got all your terrorists there and they hide among citizens. That's what they do. And you got to take them out. So I saw some really good videos on the water footage. They were taking out boats with Hamas on them, and they didn't let the swimmers go either.
Nope.
They went back and just boom, 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 boom. And you see them, sometimes they'll do this. Poof. Yeah. They're not letting the swimmers go either. They're serious about you. You mess, like I said, you mess with the devil dog or the badger, you corner a badger, you're going to get bit. So you're going to get scratched. You're going to get messed up. All right. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Even Putin's talking about the whole thing, and this could get ugly. A lot of people were thinking, well, this is just another thing like up north. It's like, no, this affects us. This one is going to come back to us because of Iran. Iran's been chumping us ever since I was a teenager. They've been chumping us. Okay, so, and unfortunately, we're probably going to have to rely on the Israelis to take out their power plants when they make the bomb. So that's unfortunate, isn't it? They have the balls, we don't. But they've been chumping us all these. I don't know why they get away with it all the time. Why are politicians like that? Anyway. So it's not like the Ukraine whatsoever. We are involved now. We are going to have to be the babysitter trying to make these other countries stay away, so it's bad. It's bad. All right. So what else we talking about here now? Sorry about the potatoes, Broke Loader. I didn't give him time, and I grew them on the rocks. I thought you'd find that funny, so I went out and dug those potatoes, or that one rotten potato. But we've been meaning to do a greenhouse for a long time. That way the critters don't get everything. It's safe. The Israel of gardens. So
Chessboard. I'm sorry, Uncle Jim. Chessboard. I would contact Amazon about that. Oh, you bought it in August. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you'd have to contact Lyman about it, okay? Because the time frame when you bought it to now, I don't think Amazon will do anything.
yeah, it's been long enough, but
But what's the company that makes all those different press plates to mounting plates and stuff? They sell an arm for that. It's not too bad. It's like $60 or $70. That's
if you want the side handle,
Yeah.
if you want the bowl, you can make one actually.
yeah. If you want the ball, you can make one.
It's a stick shift bowl,
Well, that rod on that press is pretty heavy.
Let's see. Why haven't I casted since it's got colder? Just because I've been lazy, I've been busy, and I'm trying to winterize now. And I thought about it. Once it snows and stuff, all I got to do is plow and come in and load and cast and powder coat.
The inline fab, Jack. That's it. I can't think of the name of them.
Inline fab, and I would go on eBay. I don't know what the Lyman threads are, but there's lots of balls people take off and put on the inline handles and stuff.
Just
if
the damn handle. Oh, he said the whole handle's missing.
The whole bar and everything.
Yeah, the whole handle and bar.
Great.
The handle and ball is missing.
Okay, so you can buy the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lyman, you give him a call and talk to him. You can produce. You can always go to Amazon and print out your receipt to prove that when you bought it, and say, "Look, I just opened it up. I wasn't ready to set it up when I got it."
Yeah. Yeah, Broke Loader. He's got a balcony. He can grow potatoes on the balcony. Yep. Potatoes, tomatoes, onions, stuff that the critters don't eat or the bugs. Yeah. But yeah, I've been lazy. I haven't even done yard work this year, hardly. So been lazy. I'm trying to fix that. I'm drinking water. No drinking. So it's been several days, no drinking. I'm trying to fix that, trying to get rid of my beer gut, go hiking, do stuff. Smoking, I got to quit smoking, but that's tough. Kicking the booze was easy. I thought it'd be tough. I thought, oh man, you're going to get the DTs. You're going to be shriveled up in a corner. Nothing. All I do is put that little sprinkle flavoring in water, and it's just like having a drink anyway. You just don't get the buzz. You don't get face. So yeah, I've been doing that also. As a matter of fact, I need another water. Hang on a second, so you don't see my butt getting the mini fridge. There we go. Yeah, so that's what's been going on here. I'd like to be in the shape to go hiking by spring. I doubt it. but it'd be nice. Yeah, I hear you, bro, Clutter. I just like the buzz. I like the buzz. Obviously, I don't have to have it. I know that because I've quit several times, but I do go too far. I go way too far. So, give the liver a break a little bit. Yeah. Kidneys, all that stuff. Let's see. Cold turkey in 2020. Oh, yeah, smoking. Yeah. I know cold turkey stuff. That's when you bundle. I've done it. You bundle for 2 days, and you don't want anyone nagging you or nothing, because you'll go off.
Yeah, the best time to quit smoking is when you have a cold.
Well, I quit smoking. I tried vaping. Vaping didn't do it for me. It's not the ciggy in the fingers. Sorry.
I got the vaping, and I bought when I first started doing that, just a high enough level nicotine, and did that for a couple of months. Then moved down a notch in nicotine. Did that for a couple of months till I was down to nothing but the juice, no nicotine. So, and then of course I just picked up a cigarette one day, and there it was.
That's what gets you, man. You have that one ciggy. It's not like having a beer after quit drinking for a while. You have that one ciggy, and man, it's just like heroin or something. Not that I've ever had heroin or morphine or nothing. I don't even know what those opiates feel like.
I know what morphine feels like, but that's about it.
Yeah,
Well, I shouldn't say that. When I had my shoulder surgery, I was out, and then they gave me, when I woke up, they gave me a mild shot of morphine just in case to help me through. And they gave me was it oxycodone or whatever it's called? They gave me 50 of those, and I go, what am I supposed to do with these? He says, well, if you have pain, take them. I took only one that night when I went to sleep, and I never took another one. And, I didn't have the pain, so I don't know.
Okay, so we got people on the side that have dealt with the. Yeah, I've never had, not that I can think of anything where I've needed. I guess I've had pills that were painkillers from the doctor, and they were good. Whatever it was good. It made you feel so happy, and nothing could piss you off. You're just like, yeah.
Smoke a joint here and there. That's all.
It's like, this is awesome. And yeah, I should stay away from that because that felt too good, whatever it was. But yeah. Booze does it for me. That's about it. But gotta lay off that for a while. Get rid of the gut.
Well, my problem, chessboard, I live by an Indian reservation, so I only pay $10 a carton for my cigarettes. So it's a little hard to.
$10. Oh
yeah,
my God.
They're loose in a bag, but it's a carton's worth.
Our reservation was like a good discount, but not $10.
But it's not Marlboro or something. It's their brand. It's their. I can buy Marlboro there for $50 a carton. I don't buy that.
Okay, so they they got their own little distribution.
Yeah, they got three or four different people make the cigarettes on the res. So there's like 4 different brands, and they all pretty much taste the same.
Man, I would do that because I roll my own out of bags of tobacco, but it's probably by the time everything's cheaper. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Thorzax is here. Wow, there's a lot of people that quit. I think they're all talking smokes. You'll get. when you picked a hammer. Oh, when I got hammered, I would get angry, and no, I'm usually a happy guy when I'm shit faced, but yeah, things trip me off. I'm sure that trips me off easier, but things trip me off anyway. Certain things trip me off, and I'm just excess. Everything I do is excess. All right, excess, not success. Excess. So, yeah. So it's not all that. It's just Uncle Jim is the Grinch. He's got a shriveled up little heart, and he's an asshole. Let's face it, people.
Nah, that's some people just don't understand your humor.
Oh, I'm just as weird when I stopped drinking. I got videos that said, "Yeah, I could quit drinking." Da 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 da. And I said, "No." What did I say? I said, "And this is sober." It was so weird. So I'm just as weird. Yeah, that doesn't affect either. Pickled. Yeah. Well, I was getting pickled every day, so morning to night. So yeah, it's time to give it a break for a little bit. And it's my own decision. If someone tried to tell me to, screw you. That's twice as bad. You got to make it. You got to do it yourself. Yeah, Miss Kitty. Yeah, to quit smoking. I have a pipe. And I should just smoke the pipe. That way you don't inhale, but you're going to cheat. The vape isn't the same thing. I thought about chew. I just love tobacco, but yeah, that's going to be the tough one. It's necesito, though, if you're climbing these mountains. Was it too was it too easy on Hillary? I don't know. Let's see, Uncle John. Jim is chill. Just don't get in a debate. Or don't wake me up in the morning. Remember when I was younger? It was like you wake me up and you run, you duck. uh, all right, now I need a smoke. Damn it.
Tomorrow will be a slight brass day. I already deprimed all my stuff from the range. I'm starting to hate depriming with the APP.
Really?
I gotta switch. I gotta switch back to the regular deprimer, not their thing that they make.
Not the. What? Hang on.
Yeah, they have their own depriming gadget that they use, which helps senses the case better, things like that. So it's like it's pretty neat idea. But I broke a pin. I broke a pin decapping some 38 special because the primer hole was small. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm going to bring one of those pins that they use on that machine, that special decapping system they have, and bring it to my friend at the machine shop and see if he can get the hardened steel rod and make me pins.
Yeah,
it's a special pin. That pin that they use in that, they have a depriming system that they use. It's a long pin and a spring and the top part, and then the bottom's plastic, and it helps center when you bring it down, it centers the brass.
Oh, so you're using a Lee type Not like
They have the Lee, not the APP, the other one.
universal decapper.
They have a decapping system.
Oh,
Okay, and it consists of a big top. I'd have to put it on a video and show so you can see it. It's a big dome that sits over a pin with a spring, and it's like a breech lock thing. It locks in, and there's two plastic inserts at the bottom. One fits inside the other, and what it does when you push it down, it has spring tension, and it moves the brass, centers it. So when it comes down, the pin is in the center. Moves the brass to the center. And I keep breaking those pins. Okay, you go too fast and they break. And it's like the design idea is good, but that capping pin is too soft.
Okay, good night, Miss Kitty.
And
I just use either the universal decapper,
yeah,
or I just size and decap at the same time. Just pull the die off or whatever.
No, I like to clean everything first before I size, but that's neither here or there. Okay, it's
yeah, definitely.
Okay,
that's what the universal's for. But yes,
but this pin, the way it's made, it's not like just a standard round pin that narrows down at the point like on all the other ones. Okay, it's the tip is diameter is small, then it gets bigger, then the body gets bigger all the way up to the top, and the top of it is like mashed down so it can't go through the spring. Okay, so
yeah,
nobody makes one to replace that with. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm gonna play with it though. I think I might be able to drill it. I got to see the length of it. The replacement pins that I forget the company that makes them. You get 3 for $10 or whatever, the hardened steel ones.
Have you seen Williams' post here? They have an undersized now.
Double-ended, undersized universal decapping pin. You has a double-ended, undersized. Yeah, but that's not for the Lee A. It's not the APP. What the hell's the other one? ACP.
ACP.
Yeah, it was made for the ACP. Okay, this gadget, but it works on the APP if you use the proper die on the bottom. Okay, it's just a slide over. It's not a shell holder specific. Okay, so if you're using the APP, you're supposed to use the shell holder specific to the bullet, and then you can use the regular decapping or universal decapper from them, which I'm going to probably switch back to because this thing is pissing me off. But I'm going to take one of the hardened pins. I know it's smaller diameter, but I was thinking if I can drill, if it's longer than the Lee pin, okay, that they use in the ACP, then I could probably drill a fine hole through it at the top and put a pin through it, which will stop it from going through the spring, falling through the spring. And if the diameter is a factor, I figured I could put some shrink sleeving over it and build the diameter up. Because it's nothing more than guiding it. It fits the spring. That's basically the best way to put it. The pin itself, when it gets wider, it fits the spring. So there's no wobble. There's some wobble in it, but the play has been removed. So I'm going to see what I got to sit down and look at it and see if I can use something else. Otherwise, I'm not going to, I won't continue to use that. I have extra ones, but I'm very unhappy with it. I have to go back to the universal because I can't believe the 38 brass that I've shot before and deprimed before. I'm going, why is it? I took a brand new one and it won't go in the primer pocket, in the primer hole. And it won't go down into it. It's a son of a bitch, a small primer hole, and that's what got my pen.
Anyone use 5.7 as brass as projectiles? No, I have not. What do you got cooking now, Booze? Oh, well, you got to make sure the brass has been used and you're going to throw it away because the brass itself doesn't last long. So you want to save that brass if it's good. But yeah. Now,
Well, Booz makes his own. Doesn't Booz make his own jacketed bullets? I thought.
I don't know if he does. A lot of people have.
I think he. I think I thought it was him that I've seen that on. That he was making some.
Yeah, I like lead. Just melt it down and use it again. I like lead. I know, very high velocities and certain calibers aren't so great for it, but I try and stick with the lead calibers. Yeah.
Well, the only thing that I own that doesn't work well with lead is the 223. So.
Yeah. Yep. So.
But the zinc works. The zinc works good in the 223.
If you have a large mold, yeah.
The zinc works good in the FMO's Universal Camera Save the hassle of making pins and autos. Yeah, no, that wasn't the problem, Eagle. I don't know how much you were listening. Just the Lee ACP has its own system for decapping, and the only reason why I had a problem, I had a small primer hole, and I only broke one pin once before, and it was a Burdan primer brass. So I just, I chalked that one up. I've done many, many, many decappings with it until this 138 special had a small hole, and it just wouldn't punch through it, and it just bent the pen.
Well, hey, Kenny, what's up? Good to see you, Kenny. He uses it on the ACP. Huh.
Yeah, no, I know. I haven't had any problem just using the regularly universal decapping die with the better pin, with the better, decapping pin in it, and I had no problems with that. So.
Yeah, just go slower and use
I wasn't going fast when this happened. It's just like the pin just seemed like it was very soft. It bent very easily. It was no pressure whatsoever.
Oops, I'm gonna go back down. Okay. Yeah, I just use the universal for untumble, or if I want a size for the Dillon so it's smooth, really smooth, I'll clean the brass and then decap and size at the same time with the regular die on the APP, and it works. I don't go super fast. It's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I'm not trying to set a world record. I'm not pounding it out. I mean, just using the APP or the ACP and its slow pace is faster than doing it with single stage, right? So, I mean,
Okay, keep talking. I got to use the women's room. Hang on.
Yeah, I just go back to the universal decapper, and that'll get rid of most of my problems. But no, my friend, the guy at the machine shop, the guy that kind of does most of the machine programming and stuff. He loves when I bring him something to do. It says it's more fun to make something, that way than have to sit there for hours programming and checking and playing. He says something like that sometimes is a lot of fun to him to make something quick. And I know they have real hardened steel stuff, and it's not a problem for him to make it for me on the lathe. So once he's got the program written and stuff, I can go there at night. He'll leave the program. He'll have it set up with the program in it, and I can just go there and run a bunch of them.
I haven't posted a link for quite a while here. What do we got? I want to cut this off in like 40 minutes or so. But there's a linky if you guys want to come on.
Kenny. Yeah, Kenny. Who is it? Oh damn! I'm lately I can't remember things. I can't think of the name of the company now that's makes dies. They're on the pricey side, but they work. Damn it. Anyway, he's got a spring-loaded one that he just released. I can't think of the name of the company. But yeah, those spring-loaded ones are pretty good. I mean, I know people have them, but I really don't run into a problem too often. This is the first time in a long time that I had a problem.
You want to put the camera on you?
No.
She's like, no, don't put the camera on.
Well, is that Twine? She's like, no, hell no.
We're late. We're back in for Denver. I've got a work trip we're flying out tomorrow and be back on Friday. So it's a work thing. Seminar, convention, trade show, all wrapped up into one.
All right. Trade shows and seminars lead to lots of drinking afterward. Yes.
Well, it's at the Gaylord Plaza, so it's just kind of swanky. Those places are freaking nice. So yeah, won't drink too much at $12-15 a pop. That was good.
Ooh, yeah, no.
Just run into town, grab a bottle if you're gonna drink.
Well, I just remember going on conventions out of town, and all you got, after that's over is, drinking in hotels. So,
Right.
you can't really sightsee because it's at night.
Tuesday night, they're doing some Kentucky Derby deal where you've got computerized electronic horse betting, and I'm sure they've got mint juleps, which I think are nasty. Don't mess up good bourbon, and with mint and sugar water.
Ooh. Ooh, mint in any drink. Yeah.
Now, I like a mojito. Well, I do like a mojito, but
nothing mint for me. No.
not bourbon.
For people that don't know, Ozark's son got married.
Yep, got him married. Thank you. Got him married off last week. They just got back from Hawaii on Thursday. They're like, oh, we got the cheap flight coming home. We're doing the red eye. They were zombies. They went to Waikiki and they stayed at the Trump Plaza out there and had a good time.
Trump Plaza, wow.
Yep, Hawaii's not known to be a bastion of conservatism, so the Trump resort was actually pretty competitive in prices.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's funny. That's funny. So that's good. That's good. They seem to be really happy. I'm sure you've been.
Oh,
yeah.
She's going to be a great daughter-in-law. She is. She's a professional ballerina, and absolutely sweet as she could be. Yeah, you hug her and she's about that big around.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yep.
3D metal printed bullets. Interesting.
Yeah, lead ought to be pretty easy to 3D print, you'd think. But it's so easy to
metal. He didn't say lead. He says playing with metal. 3D printed bullets.
Mm-hmm. I learned something this week listening to the Hornady podcast. The CFE in the Hodgdon powder is bismuth powder mixed in with the gunpowder, and that's what clears the copper. The bismuth, it's like polishing your barrel every time you shoot.
Bismuth is part of zinc, isn't it? It's a zinc derivative.
That I don't know. I know it's a heavier metal it's it's a replacement in gunshot in birdshot for duck hunting. It's expensive as hell. I know that. But all the CFE labels, the CFE pistol, rifle, and blackout has the bismuth powder in there to clear the copper. Hornady had an accident at their factory.
Yeah.
Was that Thursday? The lady was killed in an explosion.
Yep. One lady was killed. 5 or 6 were injured or something.
Wow. Didn't hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I listen to their podcast each week, and I listen about 80% of them, catch my attention. Some of them are like, something I'm absolutely not interested in, like the 4th podcast on how they created that Ford off program. After the first 2, I've kind of got it by now.
I don't know. I've had some bismuth, mu-smith, whatever in lead, and it wasn't great for casting.
I don't know. I've never messed with it other than duck hunting. I know it's about 3 times more expensive than regular steel. When the boys were little and wanted to go duck hunting, had the 410, bismuth is all I could find at a 410. It was like $40 a box, 25 410 shells. Of course, that's the normal price now. Now for 410 after COVID.
Copper with Inconel. What is Kenny talking about there? Inconel's in suppressors sometimes. Wow.
Don't know. Hop on here and educate us, Kenny.
Tactical FUD is back. Hey, Tactical.
I'm on my phone, so I don't see any side chat. Sorry, guys.
I don't know if Tin Man's going to make it. He
Dude,
said it's on in an hour.
He's working 7 days a week, and it's going to be what he said, the 18th or something like that, before he has a day off next Saturday or Sunday.
And he's got kids? Yeah.
Well, he was on earlier. He said he'd be on in an hour. That was about a little more than an hour ago.
Yeah. How do you cook a steak in a pan, Ozark? I finally didn't butcher a steak, but I didn't do what a lot of people's, if you look up how to make the perfect steak, you get 10 different answers, 10 different ways.
I'm not a big fan of the reverse sear people like to do these days. I'm always a fan of high temperature. If you're going to do it in a skillet or if you're going to use a flat top, you're going to do a flat top, get it at 400, 450 degrees. But you need a little bit of oil on your steak or because that's what transfers the heat. You're not going to get a good sear.
Yep, you got to use like a high temp oil too.
Well, spray a little Pam on your steak, and that'd be fine. Don't want to use butter; it'll burn at those temperatures.
No, use butter at the very last when you. Yeah.
My favorite is just using tallow or bacon drippings or something like that. It adds good flavor to it. At the steakhouses, we always use, when we trim the lip on for ribeyes, we would take that long roll of fat and curl it over, and that's what we would lube with. 338 3D printed copper.
Wow, that's some.
Oh, okay. With the 8.6 blackout, it's got enough energy behind it to Be like a copper penetrator. Huh. That's cool. There's Minnie. Well, these two kittens of ours are getting big. Come here. They got the Zooms right now. They're fighting each other, wrestling, running around.
Well, it's good to see you again. I know you've been busy as hell.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And last week I had sinus infection, so my butt was in bed. You know, we had the big reception. I walked away from it with a sinus infection. 2 or 3 people got the sniffles, and Twine was up at Maker's Camp.
A lot of people are getting that sinus thing going around.
Oh my gosh, I went to Walgreens, bought some Mucinex, and the cashier was like, "We're selling a lot of this."
Sold out.
Yeah. I had that first little cold snap. It's supposed to be 35 here tonight. What's up, Tim Man?
What's going on, guys?
Sleepy guy.
I have to log in. Hold up.
Oh, log in? No, you're already on here.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I got it.
Ignore it.
Stupid technology. Now, where the hell?
Well, speaking of which, 3D printing bullets, that's kind of interesting. I want to see a video on that thing.
Well, I thought I had tight group. I'm loading up those 45 ACPs to test with the suppressor, and I've got tight wad, not tight group. It can be loaded in 45 ACP, but not for the heavier bullets.
Yeah. You got 231, don't you?
Yes, I've already loaded that up.
Okay.
And loaded up the Unique and CFE pistol. I was going to do tight wad.
And this is for the Foxtrot or something else?
Yeah, for the Foxtrot.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is just load them in the magazine 1, 2, 3, 4, see which one sounds the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just shoot them at steel.
Yeah, throw away your first round pop. Get the can warm with one shot.
Yeah.
It'll still. Well, you got a long barrel, so I don't know what your feet per second are going to be like.
Got a long compressor with that Bowers.
Yeah, but you're going to get more feet per second out of a 16 versus like a 10. Yeah.
Right.
It'll be fun. It's one of my favorites. Has to be top.
And I've got those 200 grain truncated cones. That's a box of bullets somebody gave me. It's 500 of them, and they're not powder coated. What is that stuff Cranky likes?
Tin Man. Checking your logo.
High tech coating.
Yeah, the high tech coating on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got 500 of those, and I do have that Lee mold.
Yeah. And you got to seat them low, like Tin Man says, a few thumbnails from the ridge of the bullet.
I think I landed on 1.240 for an overall length on that one.
That's kind of what I told him. Yeah, on when text thing. Yeah.
Overall,
but you go until you plunk.
Right.
Comfortably. Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, mine just loves the 200s, but they
I must be
don't
having issues with my internet.
230 grain also. It's
Tim,
probably your
come
new logo
on,
that's
all
doing
right.
it. It's. I agree with Cranky that he needs no sleeves.
What's that,
on the
fellas?
logo. No sleeves. So.
Kurt, you're fine on our end.
Yep. I'll have to edit that.
Edit what?
Am I roboting?
No.
There's Dave.
You guys are chopping in and out. My internet must be shit.
No, you're fine. You're just fine.
It's in SpaceX.
Yeah, we can hear you fine, but there's another link if you got to go in and out.
Good God, cats knocking over the bowling pins. Starlink has worked absolutely wonderful since we hooked it up.
Nice.
It's not, we didn't get the blazing fast one, but the the bandwidth, we can have 8 devices going. It doesn't blink. In fact, Twine's upstairs on her live stream right now. So no.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I must have to restart my router. It's been about 6 months since I've done that. You guys are kind of choppy for me.
We'll see in a second.
So I bet you're beat to hell.
Yep, I'm gonna go do that quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I remember those days going in and working that overtime like he's doing it. Man, it will burn you out.
He's gonna burn out sooner or later, but he's paying off. He's paying off his stuff.
Yeah, and he's a tough dude. He's going to stay in there. You know, he's in there.
Oh yeah, young family man. You do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's the way it is, man. That's the way it goes. Yeah, 12-hour days, 7 days a week, man. I've done that before, man. That sucks. Oh, man, you get tired of being in there after a while. It's like, get out of my face. You know, it said my best friend.
Make the donuts. Yeah.
Leave me alone.
The Squib Master. Did you have a squib?
Oh, you haven't seen the video?
Oh no, I have. I've just been working, brother, and getting kids married.
Not for my reloads. Store-bought ammo.
Oh really?
Factory Winchester 9mm.
Oh, not the white box.
Yep. I just bought a box because just testing out the Ruger because my reloads are still not shooting the way they used to. And I said, let me buy something factory and try it. And the same kind of, the groups just aren't tight. And so I don't remember how many. I shot a few. Then I tried a couple of Zinkas. They shot a little better. Then I put more of the Winchester in the first round. Peep, squib. Go down to the range room, the range officer booth. We pop it out, go back, load it up. Next round, pop. Go back down, knock that one out. Then 2 or 3 shot, then another one. I said, that's it. I'm going home.
Jeez Louise.
I came home. I took apart the rest of the boxes. I don't know, 20 rounds, 3 more, no powder.
Wow.
Yeah, I finished off a box of old white box many years ago, and it was good, and it shot good, but I don't think they're doing so well now.
Yeah, I used to buy that for CMP. When we have our CMP shoots, I'd always pick up that 45, 230 grain, hardball and shoot that, and it always shot real well. All the way out to 50 yards. I mean, you could hold the black with it. I mean,
Winchester ain't what she used to. Not on the ammo side.
Yeah. Back in the day, I don't think I'm going to be doing any more bullseye shooting anytime soon. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
My CZ loved the white box, but this is many years ago. So
I'll tell you what, you got some nice CZs, John.
well, it's like one of the things, and people are like, "Wow, that's white box." I'm shooting at 25 yards, and it's like, yeah, there you go. And at the time, it was like $4 a box. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the Colorado CZs. Those are nice guns.
They are.
I personally think they made them, even though CZ is really good with their quality. Even now, I think back then they were competing and they were making really good stuff. And for a decent price.
Oh, I forgot to mention, MC is here. Hey, MC. Yeah, they were more like police, military guns at the time. I'm sure there's a few mil marks inside, but they were cheap. They were the perfect truck gun at the time, if not just a great range gun. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess Huntington is going out of business, and I don't know if they've got anything left. But I got an email from one of my buddies, and he says, "Yeah, you need to get on there if you want to pick up some stuff. Huntington's going out of business, and they're just blowing everything out, and it's all reloading stuff." He got a Pro Melt too for $75. Everybody a $300 rig. Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys can, I don't know if they got anything left. I think they got molds and that sort of thing and some dies. But yeah, real good deals like RCBS dies for like $30 for the set. A lot of stuff that would cost you like $10, $12 or like $4. Yeah. So yeah, Huntington, they're probably all sold out by now though. That doesn't last long. As soon as word gets out like that, everybody that place gets cleaned out.
Hisa, are you talking about 9mm mags on the first CZs? Yeah, they're different. They're a little bit different. Okay. Yeah, I haven't shot the CZs or high powers forever. And I think this winter I'm going to get back to shooting revolvers again.
Yeah.
No brass to worry about, so don't need the brass.
Okay. Revolvers, man. No guts, no glory. That's just the way it is.
I think
they are a whole discipline all on their own. Yeah, they're not like an automatic. Not at all. You got to really. A revolver shooting is a completely different thing.
I can't shoot a revolver double action worth a damn. I'm sorry, I just can't.
We used to pull straight through. A lot of people stage it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing more fun than the rhythm of a kapoom, 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 kapoom.
Oh yeah.
There's a rhythm about it that it's like casting bullets. I don't know. You get when you start, getting in there. Just the ka-chunk. No staging. That's like shooting single action. It's just ka-chunk. And that's how you do it anyway if you need it.
Well, shoot a 12-inch target double action, but don't put a tin can out 10 yards in front of me.
Well, it's a little
into a tin can.
It is tougher. It's a different animal, but it's soothing. There's something soothing about that.
There's the Man of Steel.
Because that used to be our thing. I grew up shooting a Ruger Mark II 22 pistol. And that was our thing, was to make a can, with it. But boy, I sure can't do that with a revolver. Not in double action. I missed
when I shot Bullseye, there were guys out there that would shoot revolvers for their centerfire that shoot 38 special, like a Model 14 or something like that. We also had other guys that when we got to the end, they would go ahead and shoot, 45 ACP Smith & Wesson 25s, and they'd shoot those. And man, I'll tell you what, in rapid fire, that old target would turn. You only got 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds to shoot 5 shots into that at 25 yards at 75 feet. And man, I'll tell you what, those guys are pulling through, and rapid fire is very, very hard to do with one hand and pulling them through like that and trying to hit the center of the bullseye at, 25 yards. That's a tough deal. That takes some real discipline.
They couldn't do single action.
You only got 10 seconds.
10 seconds would be.
Yeah, you only got 10 seconds. When the target turns towards you, okay, you got 10 seconds to shoot, 5 rounds, and then the target turns away. So you got to get them all off. And
right.
Yeah, and with a revolver, you're dealing with recoil. Well, you're going to come back down. You're going to have to get your sight alignment again. So and you're pulling through. So with a revolver, or if you try to single action it, you got to be on it. I mean, you have to be on it in order to do that with a revolver. 5 shots, 10 seconds with accuracy. Yeah, you can put them all on the paper, but getting your accuracy down, pulling through and stuff like that, it's very difficult with a revolver shooting that fast.
Okay, I got to answer your question. Regular Glock mags, or at preferred, especially in 45. I've never heard of a polymer fire select lever, a safety on a Foxtrot, on a metal Foxtrot. They have a polymer lower, but I've never heard of that. So I don't know what's going on there, but it's just standard. If it's your safety, it's standard AR.
I was gonna say you should be able to swap that out. I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why is it plastic? Why are they doing that?
Cutting costs.
Mm,
I don't know.
no, they
I bought it was a stripped down one, so I put my own kit in it.
yeah, mine was stripped, so I put my own kit. That's why I got leftover parts, because they come with some,
Yeah.
Now I got bags.
Hold up. Yeah. All the
Yeah. Okay, and yeah, that's weird. If I ever talk to Paul ever again, I'll ask him what the hell. Anyway, and then Kenny's asking, has anyone heard of this 9mm ammo?
Scorpio. Anyway, I'm going to bail out, guys. Have a good night.
Okay, Andy.
Thanks
All right,
for-
Andy. Good seeing you, man. Glad you could be on when I got on for once.
Yeah, it hardly happens. Yeah. And glad the red dot's working for you. All right. Take care, Andy.
Take care.
Uh,
Scorpio ammo. Don't think I've heard of that one.
no, but there's new different name primers out and ammo all over the place nowadays. So
$10 a box.
it's probably safer than the new Winchester.
Remember
20 cents.
that
20
USA ammo that has the step case that into
the US
is it USA or something like that?
USA US. I have some shelves above my desk with the primers are way over to the left and the right.
Oh, you're talking about the AMERC.
Yeah, AMERC.
Amerisec.
They're
Mhm.
like 8 and 357 brass that you get. It's like curled over like a rimfire. It's not.
Yep.
It's thin brass, and then the primers can be all over the place. The primer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crap. I can tell you.
I found one a month ago through the brass collection. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, there's the primer hole's so far off you'll break your decap and rot on it.
Luckily, they've been not selling ammo for quite a while. So
45
the rotation.
Verdun primer.
The what, Marvin?
Had a 45 ACP had a Verdun primer.
Damn. What kind of asshole would make that?
Well, like you buy 1,000 round book, and it was like, what the crap is it? Because whenever I do my first prep, I always worm out deburr the primer pocket, the hole, and I was like, what in the world? But it turned out to be Verdun, but the decapper went right through the middle of all that. So the universal deprimer, I can tell you that.
That's pretty tough.
It's those old Lyman dyes that we got right now that are all steel dyes, but they're tough.
Mm.
Did you order them dyes that I sent you a link to?
The Lee ones, I wanted some carbide, so don't. It's really not that big of a deal. Great Wall case, lubing on a steel dye, but I don't take any chances with a steel dye.
Mm-hmm. Did you order that dyes that I sent you? The link to? Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good deal. Lee's got if you go to Lee's website on their closeout section, they got several dye sets, and
They're the 4-die sets too.
Yep, they're the 4-die sets, including the carbide dies. They got a 9mm 45, and I think they have a 223 die set, which would be the factory crimp, the bullet seat, and the full length resize. And the 223 die set was $27, and the 9 and 45 die sets were $39.
Wow. What was the shipping though? 8.
I don't know, probably something like that.
Go ahead. While you're doing it, it's the same shipping.
Yeah, get some other crap, some parts for your presses while you're at it. Yep.
Yep. Huh.
Yeah, if anybody's looking, they had one of them new presses too in the closeout section, the 6-pack Pro or whatever. They had them on there for $175 reconditioned.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Working up these 45 with a single stack, that was very tempting. A rotating press.
Oh man, you should. If you're just trying to load up stuff like that a little bit quicker, and you're not doing a whole ton of them, dude, that Lee Classic turret, you cannot go wrong with that thing.
It's my fave for quickies.
I love that press. I can't believe it took me 6-7 years to get one.
Yeah, you guys know that I dink around and do 5 and then another caliber, and boom, that's the press for it. Change those turrets.
You only load 5 rounds at a time at each caliber.
Well, sometimes we do a lot of dinking. That's what I like to do is dink.
Mm-hmm.
I never focus on one thing because it gets boring. On the Lee 7/8 slugs. MC, that's how I got a couple deleted and got strikes for that. A couple that were, one was pretty good, not got deleted. So I don't know exactly.
For a hobo slug video, you got nailed?
For the hobo with the 3D printed thing.
Yeah.
And then cutting the rim so it's left over and you just pop it in there. No crimping, no nothing. And I tested in the shotgun. It doesn't jolt forward.
They gave you a strike for that?
The easiest hobo slug ever. And I made 2 or 3 videos and they got me for one. Oh man.
What the hell?
Someone reported my ass. Yeah, but it was super easy because no crimping, no nothing. I thought, hey, let's try this. Boom, you pop. You have to just put it in there. It's perfect height. Bam. It's
so what's the difference? What was the difference between that video and then cutting around the hull? 90% of the way. It's the same damn thing, so that it comes out like a slug, your birdshot. You know what I mean?
I know. There's no rhyme or reason to these bastards. Okay.
Stupid.
Someone reports you and you're toast.
Yeah, it's really unfair.
Yeah, I had like 7. Yeah, I did the 7 mag series, and they left 2 of them, but erased 2 of them. They're really no different. I'm just loading different weight bullets.
Jeez.
So
I don't understand it.
I don't have them on Rumble. This is before I started like automatic upload, and they don't upload all my videos. So
I think I'm still waiting. I'm going on 2 months for them to transfer my videos over.
wow, you might have to redo it.
I've already redone it.
Oh,
It's not a big deal. I don't make videos anymore anyways. I don't have time, so whatever.
Right.
Tin Man, did you order that adjustable rear sight?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Nope. Waiting on it.
Yeah.
I was checking that out, and so the one you sent me, there's one on Amazon that is sold under the Beretta name. And then I also found on Brownells, LPA makes an adjustable rear target sight. Well, come to find out, LPA is the one who makes the one that Beretta sells under their name. So it's the same damn thing.
Right.
So it's an LPA sight, which there's mixed reviews on removing some material so that the decocker doesn't interfere with it. So it's probably just going to take some fitting and doing all that good stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, That's on my list.
I got a question for you guys that are on here. Are you going to be up for Halloween night? It's the 28th. 3 days later is Halloween, so it's not interfering. I'm
Mhm.
just wondering.
Should be.
We'll be up at the
Could
farm
be.
prepping for deer season
Okay.
that weekend. So all they have to DSA. No way I can do it.
Can't do it. Okay. Tin Man, you can make it?
As far as I know,
Okay.
I think there's trick or treating that night. So after that,
Trick or treating that night, it's 3 days ahead of it, 28th.
right? Well, maybe there's not trick or treating that night. I can't keep up with them anymore.
Oh,
Whatever.
they might do the trunk or treat thing. Yeah.
He's working all that overtime, man. His mind is just like he don't even know what day it is.
You're damn right, man. I'm frazzled.
Dude, man.
So, okay, next weekend is what they're doing this thing at the airport where the kids can go around and trick or treat and check out the airplanes and all that good stuff. And then the weekend after that, there's something going on too. I forget.
Mm.
You know
But I
me,
should,
we're all about Halloween jazz, but that's the only weekend we've got to go to the farm. We're going to be sighting in, and we got to replace the door on the deer stand. The bottom of it's right now.
Should we change the day?
Halloween night, as far as I'm concerned. But that, you know, like
that's a Tuesday, isn't it?
I just someone look at their calendar. I just got off the calendar. Well, a lot of people don't do Halloween because the door's ringing all the time. You know, that's a pain.
first, yeah, it'd be Tuesday.
My wife texted me, there's Boo at the zoo on the 28th, taking the kids to the zoo and having them go around, check out all the animals, get some candy. So we'll be doing that. I don't think that's at night though. So
Boo at the zoo.
mhm.
Yeah, they used to. Little Rock.
I wonder how many people dress up like gorillas and screw with the monkeys.
Oh, what are those monkeys? They're really tall and skinny, and they're crazy at swinging. Gibbons,
and they
Gibbons, right?
throw poop at you. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's. They kind of look like a mix between a monkey and a sloth. They're cool looking, but yeah, it's crazy watching them swing around. They got a big giant cage, and they don't gravity's nothing to them. They just zoom around it like nothing. It's pretty cool watching them.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it next week, I guess. We got a week
Yeah.
in between, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll talk about it. Try and settle that.
I should be able to make an appearance. That, like I said, that stuff should be in the afternoon, I would imagine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just asking. Just wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Sighting in, so sighting in shouldn't be that big a deal.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of shape I'm going to be in because I might end up having surgery by that time. So I'll be like all out of it.
Be rough.
Time for you to be on, Dave, when you're all doped up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We had Willie in the hospital several times on Halloween. Huh?
Yeah.
Get all messed up on some pain meds and beer. It fit right in.
Yeah, Willie had Willie had the nurse get him some gauze and he wrapped himself up. He's in
Like
the
a
hospital.
Yep.
I think that was when he still had his foot. I don't know. There's
Yep.
a couple.
Yeah,
There's a
he's
couple.
got his foot.
Nose
Yeah.
taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
The little sign that said woohoo, and he'd hold it up.
Yeah, well, my surgeon went and sent me to the cardiologist, so I ended up having blood work and EKG and all that crap. I got to see him on Tuesday to, see what he has to say. Get that box checked, that, hey, he's okay for being, under anesthesia. And I imagine it's going to be a couple of weeks after that he's going to want to, get the old sharpening steel out and, do his carving on me. So at least this is going to be the last one.
I was gonna say that might be a relief, and hopefully, we'll be listening. Oh, look at that Russian blue.
That's
I
Zelda.
can't live with this plate in my arm. I can't live with it, man. It's just driving me nuts. It just drives me crazy.
It's gotta be
It's
rough.
preventing me from getting any better, actually. because it just limits my movement and it hurts, and all my muscles are all like weirded out and stuff around it. And, yeah, it's not good.
Shoo.
That sucks.
Female on their neck, so you stink.
Yeah, she's friendly.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
They
cat.
they don't know a stranger. The vet was like, "How do you have a female Russian blue? They're all males." I'm like, my daughter-in-law's Russian blue is a female as well. So
Well, how do
You
they
guys
make?
catch?
How do they make babies?
You guys catch? You get it?
The game on what?
Washington, Oregon. Did you see that?
Yeah,
You
the
got
Huskies got very lucky.
Oh wow. That poor guy, man, in the shower, he's gonna get so much shit. He's gonna die 1,000 deaths. They're gonna play that over and over and over again. That poor guy.
Yeah, I saw the very end of the game. Huskies scored, and there's only a minute, whatever
Jeez.
left. They drive it down, and they're kind of killing the clock with a few passes, and then the guy misses the field goal to win the game.
Yeah, they would have won the game for him. Jeez. In Oregon, those arrogant bastards, it was like they were getting getting up, they were getting ready to leave, like, oh, this is over, No, it's over.
That's a long trip home.
Yeah.
But that's a rivalry. The Ducks. Nobody likes the Ducks in Washington. That's for
Nope.
sure. Yeah.
Well, it's just like the Dogs against the Cougs. It's always big rivalry.
Yep. The Huskies always beat the Utes. I don't know why. They just, even when the Utes are like a solid year, it's how some teams have your number for some reason, no matter how cited it is, or
yeah, A&M's that way with Arkansas.
yeah, there's some teams that get you no matter, even if they're a crappy year or whatever, they still beat you. The Rams used to do that to the Hawks all the time. So anyway,
Well, Jim, Washington, the Dogs have always been a pretty good team. I mean, throughout, their existence, they've always been like the contenders, and they're not super crappy.
I thought they lost that one for sure.
Yep.
My words was, I was telling my wife, because I only saw, the last few minutes of the game, and I was telling my wife, it's like, their kicker is really beefy for a kicker.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, he's from Australia or something. Oh, rugby. Okay. And he did a straight on foot kick. Eee, that was bad. It just.
What?
The guy's going to be hating.
What?
They were both undefeated, and that guy's going to be hating all the way home. So.
He's going to die 1,000 deaths, man. They're going to play that and play that and play that. Poor guy.
Laces out Marino.
Yeah.
Anyway.
20% warning on my phone.
So you're going to have some relaxo time sooner or later, Ozark, right?
Yeah.
The wedding must have taken up a lot of, headaches.
Oh my gosh! For 2 weeks, we busted our butts around the house because we did the big cookout here at the house for everybody because it'd been a year since my family gotten together, and I did a big taco bar with chicken fajitas and tacos and all that, which is good because people could just feed themselves whenever they felt like it.
Nice.
But we bought a new set of patio furniture, and it came flat packed, and had to put all that crap together. And
You got the TV up out there. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
On the TV, it's amazing. I bought a 55-inch TV for $230 at Walmart. Roku ready.
No.
I got the Roku TV, so I don't have to screw with two remotes.
And it's nice to be able to sit down on your deck and watch TV.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's Pistol.
Yeah. I'll get
It's crazy how cheap TVs are getting. I remember when I bought my first TV, it was on Black Friday. I paid $800 for a 40-inch LCD, and it was marked down from like $1,300.
Right.
I still have that TV. It's in my bedroom. That was 2008, 9. It's been like almost 15 years ago.
Oh, she turned her motor on.
Yeah, our 75 cost less than our 70, so they are getting cheaper, you know.
Man, 75-inch TV. Wow.
Twine watches that Price is Right channel on Roku all the time. You know, it's like 1984. We've got a 27-inch console television. You know, it's like $9.99.
Well, the funny thing, Thors, is I got to put my glasses on with the 75 inch.
For a second.
Oh, wow.
You got a big ass living room.
Yeah.
It might be an 80 inch. Maybe the last one was 75. I still got to I think I'm fine. Then I put the glasses on. I'm like, whoa, I can see every little detail. Yeah.
His living room's huge.
Yeah, but I'm still not that far away, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Hey,
size.
That 55-inch TV doesn't weigh 10 pounds.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is they're getting lighter, thinner.
Yeah, that plastic case is the heaviest thing about it. There's no glass in them anymore.
Yeah.
You know, the LCD screens don't have a glass face anymore. There is glass, but it's like 1.5 millimeters thick.
Yeah, no.
That 40-inch plasma I bought, that thing probably weighs 60 pounds.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. You got a 3/4 inch layer of gel in there for the plasma.
Okay, good night, chessboard.
Good night, chessboard.
Not
We-
just for
We got to cut her down soon anyway. It's 2 hours.
Saving your hours. Yeah, we just passed 2 hours.
Yeah, we still got some, you know, all I got to do is start the damn thing on Halloween and it'll keep up until next.
you only need 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a little bit of a funny story. I don't know if it's kind of funny or not, but we had a guy, this is like, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And they hired this guy and we always, you know, had our suspicions, man, this guy was, you know, smoking pot. And, you know, like he was coming to work stoned and stuff. So anyway, you know, time went on, management watched him and everything like that. And, he was always calling in sick. He'd get like 8 hours on the books. He was gone. He'd just stay home. And so management got in the truck and they drove over to his house, you know, where he was living. And they went up the sidewalk and they could look in his house. You know, he had the window was open, the drapes were open, and they see him. And he's sitting on the couch with binoculars. With binoculars. Yeah, and he's watching TV with binoculars, getting stoned at the same time.
Oh my God.
They knocked on the door and they just told him, "You're so fired." You know, you're so fired. You know, watching TV with binoculars. Oh my God.
Hey, you're fired. Bet you didn't see that coming with them binoculars.
Yeah, it was hilarious, man. You know, he came to work, you know. He said, "Yeah, you couldn't believe it." You know, he walked up, here he is, he's got the window open and everything. He's in there, he got the bong on the coffee table. He's in there with binoculars watching TV.
Oh, did I tell you guys about the guy we had on second shift? He got arrested at lunch break. Got pulled over. He was coming back from the gas station, and I guess when he went into the gas station, there was a cop that pulled up, and he drove an older Buick LeSabre, and he always left his windows down. Well, you couldn't walk past that car without getting high. Every day, this dude just smoked it up on the way to work. His car smelled so bad. Well, anyways, when he was inside, he left his windows rolled down or whatever, and the cop rolled up, and he goes, "Good God." And then the cop can smell it.
Yeah.
So when he came out, he was heading back to work, and the cop went up behind him. They hit the cherries and berries. Well, then he floored it, and he hauled ass back to the shop so we could get back into the parking lot on private property so they couldn't tow his car. but they arrested him for possession. Well, his car didn't get towed, but when you get arrested for possession while you're on company property, we really don't have a choice but to fire your ass. Like that had never happened before.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Some people, man, just some people, they just.
Well, these idiots, it's available in so many different varieties besides flour these days. It's like, what are you idiots doing? You
Yeah.
know, get you a vape if you're going to smoke and drive.
That's what I said. I'm like, dude, you could get a vape, you can get the gummies or whatever. Nobody would ever know. But when you reek like a skunk 24/7, I mean, it's not.
Oh yeah.
God.
See, that was the whole thing. He would hang his backpack up on his locker, and every time he went past that backpack, man, it smelled. I mean, he got that skunky, like, oh, you know. And thing is, at least the way our command handled it was, they don't do anything right away. They just start making a list every time that they go by there and he smells like it, or they suspect it. They build a case is what they do.
Yep, paper trail.
Yeah, they build a case and then they file that with HR and everything like that. He's under surveillance, we're watching him and this sort of thing, And and he finally the straw broke camel's back. They drove over to his house. That was funny. Yeah. What an idiot. I mean, you got a good job, you got health care, you got a retirement, you got all this other stuff, and there's people lined up outside the gate, would love to have that job. And
What's Ron White say?
Dude, they just don't care.
Ron White says you can't fix stupid.
Well,
yeah, and and another thing too, sometimes, I don't know, in my experience, through my career, I run into these people where it's like overparenting, you know what I mean? That their parents are really involved with their lives and they get calls from their mom and dad and all this other stuff. And they just, it's almost like they live in a dream world. Like they don't think on their own,
People don't want to grow up, man.
Well, it's called emotional intelligence. You got to get some emotional intelligence when you're a parent. You know what I mean? Just emotional intelligence. If you keep doing this, they're never going to get out on their own. You know what I mean? They're not going to be made people. So, that's one of my hard. We have a guy in the shop where his grandfather, who lives with them, I guess, but he makes his lunch. And it's like, you're 20, 22 years old and your grandpa is making your lunch? What?
Yeah.
The future.
Yeah.
Hey,
I guess it could,
hey,
could
I'm
be
not
worse.
the way the relationship that the grandfather has for his kid, for the kid, and all that stuff. But just, hey, if it works, it's great. I'm not trying to put it down, but at the same time, I mean, we're going to high school, and you didn't make a lunch, man. You went hungry all day until you got home.
Yep.
Yeah, Mom did not make our lunches. That's it. It was up to you.
My phone is hotter than a firecracker. Got a 10% warning on my phone, so.
Okay.
Well, we should all go anyway. So
Yeah.
All right.
Glad you guys came on.
Love y'all.
Thanks for having you. Congratulations, Marvin.
Real quick, Marvin. Yeah. Congrats to your son, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you ever have you loaded up any 7 mag lately?
I loaded up some this spring, probably 40 rounds of it.
Okay. Did you do any load development with that Reloader 26 yet?
I did that way back when. That's why I like that.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I didn't know if you had done any load development or you just wanted to try that stuff out.
No, I had done that back when I did that 7 mag series.
Okay.
26, I don't remember. It's like 55 something grains of 26 with the 162 grain bullet. And
I think you did that way back before I even started coming around. It's been a while.
The loaded some up for my nephew. He went out and bought some expensive boxes, and that my load and he bought a Browning A-bolt, and he was shooting them 150 yards. He was shooting a 3-inch group with my loads, where he was shooting about a 12-inch group with.
Oh shit,
So,
that's awesome. Yeah.
Kyle is here. Hey, Kyle.
oh, there's Les. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to get off here now. I got a 5% warning.
Oh man, she's draining quick.
See you later, Marvin.
Coming
All
on,
right.
guys.
Take care,
Yeah.
Ozark.
Peace, buddy.
And everyone in the side chat, love y'all. And until next time.
Bring back Alliant powders.